हेलो एस्पिरेंट्स, आज हम लोग देखेंगे भेल सुपरवाइजर ट्रेनी फाइनेंस के क्वेश्चन, डोमेन से रिलेटेड जो क्वेश्चंस हैं। तो चलिए देखते हैं क्वेश्चंस। इफ द प्रोपोर्शनेट चेंज in the demand is equal to proportionate change in income, it is said to be unitary elastic income demand. RBI, the Central Bank of the India, was established on 3rd April 1995. Next question. As per section 2 subsection 24 of the Customs Act 1962, the person in charge of a vehicle carrying imported goods delivered to the proper officer an import report within dash hours after its arrival in the customs station in the prescribed form. तो इसका राइट आंसर 12. Which of the following statement is correct? As per Article 246A, the power of levy GST has been given to the Parliament as well as to legislature of every state. This is a right statement. The entrepreneur is the most common type of the blank dash entrepreneur is the most common type of entrepreneur. तो राइट आंसर इसका आइडियलिस्ट हो जाएगा. The trustee of discretionary trust shall be assessed as dash under the Income Tax Act 1961. तो राइट आंसर इसका इंडिविजुअल. With the respect of final account of sole proprietors, which of the following statement is correct? Gain from the sale of exchange of assets are not considered as the revenue of the business. This is false. False. Which of the following types of people believe in the consumer sovereignty where they indulge excessively in providing customer services? तो राइट आंसर इसका एडवाइजर्स. विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द टाइप ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट? लीगल फीस टू एक्वायर प्रॉपर्टी इज कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. With respect to labor as a factor of production, which of the following statement is incorrect? Labor is separable from laborer, but in case of other factors, that is land and capital, are inseparable from landlord and capitalist. With respect to company accounts, which of the following statement is incorrect? Death, insolvency और change of members affect the existence of a company. ये statement incorrect है. In the GST regime, for the purpose of levying IGST, all the imports under the project import scheme will be classified under heading 9801 and duties shall be levied at the rate of 18%. Dash transaction is concerned with the preparation and presentation of the classified data in a manner useful to the internal as well as the external users of financial statement. Summarizing. Under the income tax 1961, the tax calculated on the total income should be rounded off the nearest 10. Which of the following full forms is which of the following full forms is incorrect? तो इसका राइट आंसर हो जाएगा DBOD, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बैंकिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट. On dash, the Jammu and Kashmir Goods and Service Tax Bill 2017 was passed by the state legislature, empowering the state to levy state GST on interstate supplies with effect from dash. इसका राइट आंसर हो जाएगा 7 जुलाई 2017 and 8 जुलाई 2017. According to dash, economics is the science which deals with the health. Adam Smith इसका राइट आंसर. The term micro and macro are introduced by dash in economics. Ragnar Frisch. Supply of lottery has been treated as supply of goods under the Central Goods and Service Tax CGST Act 2017. In the said respect, which of the following statement is करेक्ट? तो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट हो जाएगा लॉटरी रन बाय स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से अट्रैक्ट 12% GST ऑफ द फेस वैल्यू ऑफ लॉटरी टिकट सोल्ड. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज रिगार्डेड एज लिमिटेशन ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर फाइनेंसिंग? राइट आंसर हो जाएगा न्यू इशू ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर में रिड्यूस द EPS अर्निंग पर शेयर ऑफ कंपनी. Dash is the arrangement that provides a firm with the use and control over assets without buying and owning the same. So leasing is the right answer. Dash is the starting point of economic activity. Want हो जाएगा right answer. For the previous year 2020-21 surcharge is applicable. The rate of dash is the annual total income of a foreign company exceed rupees 1 crore but does not exceed rupees 2 crore. तो राइट आंसर 2% हो जाएगा इसका. The President of India constituted the GST Council on 15 September 2016. Which of the following statement is incorrect? A wagering agreement is valid. ये incorrect है. Rohit, being dealer in laptop, sold a laptop bag along with the laptop to a customer for rupees 1 lakh. CGST and SGST for the laptop is 18% and for the laptop bag is 28%. Find the total GST liability. The total GST liability will be 18,000. The Cleaning Corporation of India Limited launched a new product CBLO on January 20, 2003 to provide liquidity to non-bank entities hit by restriction on access to the call money market. CBLO stands for collateralized borrowing and collateralized borrowing and lending obligation. With respect to the basic technology of e-commerce, TCP/IP is an abbreviation and stands for Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. Which of the following statement is incorrect? GST increase cascading effect of tax. It is incorrect. On does the Imperial Bank of India become the State Bank of India? 1st July 1995. 1955. Dash is defined as the process of making money, earning profits, and increasing the wealth while posing characteristics such as risk taking, management, leadership and innovation. राइट आंसर इसका हो जाएगा इंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Nemo det quod non habet means whatever is paid according to the intention or manner of the party paying. Which of the following statement is incorrect? In hire purchase, the title of goods passes immediately as in the case of usual sale. ये incorrect. Dash means sharing of total national income among the total factors of productions. Macro distribution. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Bonus issue can be made out of revaluation reserve created by revaluation of asset. Incorrect statement है. Commercial paper was introduced as a money market instrument in India in dash with a view of enable the companies to borrow for short term. 2nd January 1990. In India, the issue of in India the issue of redemption of preference share is governed by dash of the Companies Act 2013 section 55. Which of the following statement is correct? Money lenders are not a part of the scheduled banking structure in India. Which of the following statement is incorrect? A company cannot issue fully paid up bonus share to its shareholder out of capital redemption reserve. The Presidency Bank of Bengal, Bombay and Madras with their 70 branches were merged in thus to form the Imperial Bank of India in 1921. Which of the following is regarded as long-term financial source of a business? Shares is right answer. With respect to the financial statement for a not-for-profit organization, which of the following statement is correct? Amount received as donation by an NPO under the will of a deceased person is termed as legacy. The long-term investment decision is known as capital budgeting. Which of the following is regarded as a limitation of preference shares financing? Non-payment of dividend may adversely affect the value of firm. Dash entrepreneurs excel at problem solving in a systematic way. Analyst. Gift not exceeding dash in the value of financial year by an employer to employees shall not constitute supply of goods or service or both. 50,000. Which of the following is correct? Contract means agreement plus enforceability by law. Dash model defines that buyer and seller are two different entities, business to business. Which of the following is regarded as a danger or inadequate or low amount of working capital? It becomes difficult to implement operating plans and achieve the firm profit target. When a purchase of computer is debited to office expenses account, it is regarded as error of principle. Which of the following statement is correct with respect to fundamental accounting? Going concern, consistency, and accrual are the three fundamental accounting assumptions. As per notification issued by Reserve Bank of India, commercial papers can be used in multiples of rupees 5 lakhs. The definition of economics can be classified into four categories. Which of the following is not one of category? Distribution definition. The law of diminishing marginal utility was firstly propounded by H.H. Gosen in 1854. As per Section 2, Subsection 27 of the Customs Act 1962, India includes the territorial waters in India. The territorial waters extend to 12 nautical miles into the sea from the baselines where dash 1 nautical mile equal to 1.852 kilometer. Dash is the apex institutions for financing agriculture and rural sector, called NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Interval measures is calculated by which of the following formulas? Current asset minus prepaid expenses minus inventories divided by daily operating expenses. Mr. A farmer cultivated cashews, nuts not shelled or peeled in the state of Kerala. These goods are sold for rupees 2.5 lakh to Messrs. Mukesh Industries, a registered person in the state of Kerala. The applicable rate of GST is 5%. Mr. Mukesh Industries has input tax credit CGST of rupees 5,250 and SGST of rupees 5,250. What is the net liability of GST? CGST rupees 6,250 and SGST rupees 6,250 net liability. Dash of the Union list of the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India is empowered to levy the custom duty by the central government of India. Entry 83. Dash is the define of the satisfaction of human wants through the use of goods and service consumptions. With the respect to debentures, which of the following statement is correct? Debentures can be issued for a consideration other than for cash, such as for purchasing land, machinery, etc. Dash is the managerial activity which is concerned with the planning and controlling of the firm's financial resources. Financial management. Dash is the illegal way to reduce tax liability by deliberating, surpassing income or sale, or by increasing expenses etc, which results in reduction of total income of the assessee dash. तो राइट आंसर इसका हो जाएगा टैक्स इवेजन. Which of the following statement is incorrect with respect to essential of a valid offer? It must be uncertain, definite, and wow. Dash as a fund-based financial services provide resource to finance receivable as well as facilitates the collection of receivable, called factoring. With the respect to the Sales of Goods Act 1930, which of the following statement is incorrect? Goods means every kind of movable property including actionable claim. The Limited Liability Partnership Act LLP 2008 has 4 schedules. Which of the following statement is correct with the respect of 4 schedules? Correct statement. The first schedule deals with mutual right and duties of partners as well as limited liability partnership and its partners where there is absence of a formal agreement with respect to them. Companies Act 2013 does not allow issue of shares at discount except issue of sweat equity share under section 53. Dash are the arrangement by which Indian promoters can borrow directly from foreign institutions, foreign development banks, World Bank, etc. called external commercial borrowing. The major nationalization of banks took place in dash when the government of India under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi nationalized dash major banks. 1969-14. Miss Pooja received a wristwatch worth rupees 3000 on 10 July 2020 and a golden chain worth rupees 12,000 on 10 September 2020 from her employer ABC Limited. What is the taxable value of purchase taxable under the head income from salaries for the previous year 2020-21 is 10,000. Working capital is the excess of current asset over current liabilities. Income of the dash year of a person is charged to tax in the immediately following dash year. Previous assessment. The function of financial management can be broadly classified into 3 major decisions. Which of the following are the 3 major decisions? Investment decision, financing decision, dividend decisions. An argument which is binding and enforceable is an valid contract. With the respect to long-term investment, which of the following statement is incorrect? Long-term investment are usually carried at market value. Mr. Rahman is a music director, registered person under GST. He made the following supplies in a indigenous homemade musical instrument of rupees 2,50,000. B. Composed hello tune and transferred permanently for rupees 10 lakh. C. Pianos for rupees 2.5 lakh. All transactions took place within the state of Tamil Nadu. Or which of the on which of the given transaction will be GST applicable? GST applicable in only C. Dash is the form of equity financing especially designed for funding high risk and high reward projects. Venture capital. The term electronic commerce or e-commerce as it is popularly known, refers to a comprehensive system of trading that uses network of computers for dash of goods, information and services called buying and selling. Mr. A is indebted to Mr. C for rupees 50,000, but the debt is barred by the Limitation Act. Mr. A signs a written promise not to pay rupees 40,000 in final settlement of the debt. With respect to the said example, which of the following statement is correct? This is a contract without consideration but enforceable. Which of the following statement is correct? RBI is not expected to perform the role of accepting deposits from the general public. Dash is not an actual contract, but it resembles as a contract, quasi contracts. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Under the provisions of Income Tax Act 1961, in case of dispute regarding the title of income, assessment of income can be withheld and such income normally be exempted in the hands of recipients. Dash is nothing but pricing of factors of production, macro distribution. What is the following is not regarded as borrowed fund, retained earnings. For previous year 2020 to 21, rebate under Section 87A of Income Tax Act 1961 is available to resident individual if the total annual income of the assessee does not exceed rupees 5 lakh. With respect of e-commerce, which of the following statement is incorrect? Cyber security is not at all a problem for online business. Dash are the concerned with the distribution of profits of a firm to the shareholders. Dividend decisions. Which of the following statement is incorrect? The doctrine of constructive notice, also known as Tarquin rule, protects outsiders against the company who act in good faith. Which of the following statement is incorrect? A void contract does grant legal remedy to any party. With following to foreign trade policy, what does MEIS and ACIS stand for? Merchandise exports from India scheme, service exports from India scheme. If the aggregate turnover of the previous financial year of any hotels, inns, guest house, clubs, cambits or other commercial place meant for residential or lodging purposes does not exceed this or not exceed rupees 10 lakh for a special category states, and such person exclusively makes supply of accommodation service through electronic commerce operators, the liability to pay GST will be on the electronic commerce operator is rupees 20 lakhs. According to this, acceptance is to offer what a lightened match is to a trade of gunpowder. Sir Williams and Sons. According to Section 11 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, persons below dash of age are considered minor, therefore incompetent to contract 18 years. As per Section 4, memorandum of company shall be drawn up in such form as is given in tables A, B, C, D, and E in Schedule 1 of the Companies Act 2013. In the said respect, which of the following statement is correct? Table A is form of memorandum of association of a company limited by shares. Miss Kavita received a family pension of rupees 5,000 per month during the previous year 2020-21 from her deceased husband employer. What will be the value of family pension is taxable under the head of income from other sources for the previous year 2020-21. Right answer is 45,000. Which of the following statement is correct? According to section 2 subsection 52 of Goods and Service Tax Act 2070, goods means every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but include exchangeable claim, growing crops, grass and things attached to or forming part of the land which are agreed to be served before supply or under a contract to supply. For the purpose of GST, Union Territory of Dash and the Union Territory of Dash have been merged in one single unitary with effect of 26 January 2020. Dadar Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. Right answer. The Dash prescribe the amount of money that banks must invest in securities issued by the government. Statutory liquidity ratio. Right answer. SLR. When an assessee deals in lottery tickets and some of the lottery tickets remain unsold, any winning from such unsold lottery tickets shall be taxable under the head of profit and gains from business and प्रोफेशंस. तो ये रहा डोमेन का क्वेश्चन. अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. थैंक यू.